What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Sports here. I'm back with another video, and as you can see by the title, it's been a crazy day. I waited all day to make this video, but I'm going to be recapping the first day of NHL free agency. Now, we all know that there was a ton of signings today. I'm just going to give my thoughts on most of the signings. I'm not going to talk about every single one of them. I did a live stream where I talked about a bunch of the signings earlier on. If you were there, thank you very much. But before I start the video, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe so we can have more hockey conversations like we're having right now. If you're subscribed already, thank you very much. And let's get on to this video. So like I mentioned, I'm going to try to make this pretty quick, and a lot of you have already seen where people have gone anyways. So since I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, I have to start off with one of the first signings that happened today. Curtis McElhinney and Garrett Sparks both will be back with the Toronto Maple Leafs, both on 2-year deals. Curtis McElhinney will obviously be the backup to Freddie Anderson this year, if everything goes right. That's how it should be. And Garrett Sparks will probably be the starter for the Toronto Marlies this year. And then in the second year, the Leafs have Sparks on a one-way deal, so possibly Sparks will be ready for the NHL by the following season. We'll have to see where that goes. Then a couple defensemen were taken off the board. Trevor Daley went to Detroit on a 3-year deal. The total number will be just over $9 million. And Dan Girardi ended up in Tampa Bay, a 2-year deal that is about worth $3 million per season, so a $6 million total for the 2 seasons. Michael Del Zotto went to the Canucks. He got a 2-year deal, defenseman, $3 million per season. Of course, again, $6 million total. A couple goalies also were taken off the board, with the New York Rangers getting Andre Pavlik on a 1-year deal worth just over $1 million. And then Steve Mason went to the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets needed a goaltender, and he's gonna be there on a 2-year deal. He's making just over $4 million per season. One of the bigger deals to happen today was the Montreal Canadiens getting Carl Alzner. 5 years, just over $23 million, and a cap hit of around 4.6 per season. This is obviously pretty significant. This is one of the top free agents that were available in a weak class, mind you. And Alzner's slow. There's no way to get around it. He's not the quickest defenseman, but Montreal obviously wants him there, and he's getting paid big money to go there in a weak class. And I don't know, is it going to work out for the Montreal Canadiens? I'm just glad the Leafs didn't sign him, to be honest with you. A couple Leafs actually left. Matt Hunwick left. He got a 3-year deal in Pittsburgh. And Brian Boyle actually is going to be playing for the New Jersey Devils. That one hurt a little bit. I think he's going to be making roughly in 2 years like $5 million, somewhere around there. Again, Hunwick and Boyle were both class acts. They were both pretty good for what they were worth on the Leafs, and I wish them all the best. Nick Bonino got a 4-year deal with the Nashville Predators. He'll be making just over $16 million for 4 years, and his cap hit will be just over $4 million. That's a good pickup for the Nashville Predators, in my opinion. Patrick Sharp is returning home to the Chicago Blackhawks, a 1-year deal worth $1 million. I think that's a great pickup for the Hawks. Everybody's just going home, apparently. It's good. Sharp just wants to win, and going back to play where he's comfortable. He's going home. And yeah, it's cool. I don't mind the deal. Dmitry Kulikov is going to the Winnipeg Jets. Over $12 million deal, just over $4 million per on the cap hit. A couple more goalies here. Brian Elliott got a 2-year deal from the Philadelphia Flyers. He'll be making just over $5 million in those 2 years. Anders Nielsen got a similar deal. I think it's just a little bit less, but it's also a 2-year deal, but he'll be going to the Vancouver Canucks. And the Canucks also picked up Sam Gagner, which is another pretty good pickup. Justin Williams is going home. He's going back to the Carolina Hurricanes. 2-year deal, $9 million. I think that's a great pickup for Carolina, a team on the rise. He's going to be a great veteran presence there. And what a great guy he is. And it's going to be a good fit, of course. And Williams is going to have to help that team take the next step. And I like the deal. Martin Hanzal got a 3-year deal from the Dallas Stars, just over $14 million total, and he's going to get almost $5 million per season as his cap hit. Since I'm a Leaf fan, I have to also acknowledge the fact that Ron Hainsey is now a Toronto Maple Leaf. He got a 2-year deal, roughly $6 million. I believe that was the deal. I don't mind it, bringing in a good veteran presence. A lot of people on Twitter, verified sources of course, and Sportsnet and TSN are saying that it's a valuable pickup for the Leafs. Lou seems to think he'll be playing top 4 minutes. I see a better fit in the bottom pairing, but we'll have to see how that works out. I'm okay with the deal. Ryan Miller went to the Anaheim Ducks. He got a 2-year deal, $4 million, $2 million per season, of course. I think that's a great pickup for Anaheim, and I want to see how they work him in there, because at first I wasn't sure why they would go after him because they still have Gibson, but I like the move. That's a solid tandem right there. One of the better deals that happened today was Nashville getting Scott Hartnell at $1 million for 1 year. This is a great contract. This is going to be a very, very, very valuable pickup for for the Nashville Predators. Scott Hartnell for $1 million is going to do a lot of things for you. He can play in any position pretty much. I mean, like power play, and I'm sure he can kill penalties and whatnot. And you know, he's always been a pretty, decently consistent player. I don't know. Just, this is a good pickup for Nashville. Radim Vibrata is getting a 1-year deal with the Florida Panthers for just about $4 million. Again, this is a good move. Just getting some scoring there. Another couple really good, valuable pickups. The Toronto Maple Leafs got Dominic Moore, 1 year, $1 million. He'll probably play on the 4th line there. This is a guy that can keep up with the young guys. He'll still produce for you a little bit. He kills penalties. He's a great veteran, great guy. This is the guy that you want to pick up. I'm extremely excited about having Dominic Moore back with the Leafs. Great pickup. And then also Chris Kunitz going to the Tampa Bay Lightning for 1 year at $2 million. That's a really good pickup. Of course, the restricted free agent Justin Schultz in Pittsburgh was locked up. 3-year deal. I believe, what was it? Just over $16 million. Let me just quick check there. Yeah, just over $16 million. Great contract. You want to keep Schultz. He's one of the better defensemen that Pittsburgh has, and of course they wanted to keep him around. And of course, the guy that everybody was looking at to get the biggest contract of the day, Kevin Shattenkirk, went to the New York Rangers. This is a pickup that is a hometown pickup. Kevin Shattenkirk really wanted to play for the New York Rangers, and it's a 4-year deal, and I think a lot of people are okay with this deal. The total dollar amount is just over $26 million. His cap hit will be just over $6 million, and you know, you want the best guy, you got to go out there and give him the money that he wants. And apparently he left money on the table. And, I mean, it's a good fit. The Rangers needed a defenseman, and they got one in Shattenkirk. Also, I'm not even sure what the final dollar amount was for Joe Thornton, but Joe Thornton is staying in San Jose. It's a 1-year deal. I think Elliot Friedman was saying around 6.5. We'll have to see what Patrick Marleau does. And that wasn't the only deal that San Jose made. They made sure that even though the contracts aren't up just yet, that they locked up Marc-Edouard Vlasic and Martin Jones. Just a smart move. And then Anaheim's like, you know what? We're going to do the same thing with Cam Fowler, and he was locked up as well. So there it is. Those are most of the players that were signed today. I left out a lot of the minor contracts and stuff like that because this video would have been like, what, 40 minutes if I would have went through everything like that. There was a lot of contracts given out today. Don't be offended if I didn't talk about your favorite team or favorite player. I just wanted to talk about a lot of the names that were swirling around. But there was also a lot of players that were left out that weren't signed yet, and I'm hoping they don't sign while I'm making this video. But players like Jaromir Jagr haven't been signed yet. Patrick Marleau hasn't been signed yet. Alexander Radulov, Andrei Markov. We will have to see when they go and where they go. We all know Patrick Marleau, there's some interest with the Toronto Maple Leafs there. I mean, could it happen? He's narrowing his teams down. I think he'll stay in San Jose, though, to be quite honest with you. And I think for some reason I have a hunch that he's going to do it pretty soon, just so that way people stop talking about it. I don't know if he really likes all this attention. He seems like a low-key guy. So, like I said, let me know if I missed your favorite player, your favorite team. I apologize. I just didn't want to bore everybody to tears talking about deals that I already talked about in the live stream and that we've heard a billion times about already today. I just wanted to give you guys quick thoughts on some of the deals that happened, and if you weren't able to see most of the deals, hopefully you guys learned something real quick here. So yeah, if you're new, please subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go support other YouTubers. Peace.